welcome.
Congratulations, London!
Wir haben noch gelaufen durch the kitchen. You're not leaving now. Ich zahl dich nicht.
Ich finde, wenn am Anfang zu haben, Selfies mit dich.
Then we have Sruli Green.
Okay, tell me more.
Oh, sorry, maar dat zegt ook mensen, like, ik ga van die landen, maar de accent heb ik geliebt.
I feel like a beginner. Es ist nicht gewinnt der Expertise. Du musst mal ein paar noch zu machen, andere Albums sind nicht gelungen.
Tomorrow you're releasing the new album, Adayat, correct? Sprich mal bei uns noch eine Episode von Pushet Pshat Podcast, so mit der Guschvergast im Studio. Und ich bin ein Kind, 30 Jahre zurück in London, ich bin ein Star. One star of the show, Shloime Gertner. So, it's a pleasure to have you here. And Baruch Hashem, ich habe gekickt früher, ich habe es gewiss, ich denke Nissim, Adayat, Adayat, der ACAC. Ich sehe plötzlich so 10 Albums. So, ich weiß nicht, ich habe nicht alles gedenkt. So, ich werde ein bisschen schmissen about the career, about your personal life. So it's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you so much.
Ich meine, ich kann Shloime, ich habe eine small introduction, ich kann jeder kennen Shloime Gertner, aber weiß nicht, wer die bist, ja. Ich denke, dann CDs, wenn ich meine Ingel, es noch Shloime das kann gewinnen ausser, ja. Ich habe gedacht, so sie gewinnen der Amerika Zamonzi.
Galaxy.
Amerika Zamonzi, gewinnen Surmsto, geeft er ook een coaches, gewinnen Platzos, der Schiff nicht los daran gehen, weil sie in ein Shopping Center. En dort ze gehad dat man kent aussehen previews van CD's.
Oh yes.
En nadat we kijken aan aussehen, dan ging ik wat ik mag op de hegste loud, maar ik staan geheerd dat nog geheerd Shloime Gertner zo. Bisschen in de chat, bisschen pen komt er aus. Maar Shloime introduction voor de beste wie kimste, wie stammste. Zo je mensen kent er al af stage, but not kennen de echte Shloime Gertner. Was maar
First of all, can I begin by saying Mazel Tov to Shauli?
Oh, thank you so much.
Joining the council, the Hackney
Rejoining.
Council. Rejoining,
Yeah.
which is very
ja,
special.
maar geen maar easy seat so. It's nicht so relevant by the way.
Listen, darf das auch kennen.
Yeah, listen, you got the voters to go out there and vote, which is very special. Baruch
Which I
Hashem.
really appreciate.
Yeah. So
We
where
zijn
do
de
we start
opportunity
over
bedanken
here?
aan alle mensen die gewonnen voor de gitter. Opportunity, ja, sorry?
At the end.
Aan de end, oké.
I go scared for everyone who's young voting, but yet now we're focusing on
Aber
Shloime.
eine Sache, cold show die verteufeln. Zij gewonnen, cold zijn, draait ze maar kap.
That's what it's all about.
Exactly.
Helping Klal Yisrael.
Listen,
And that's what my
voting.
music's all about. And that's what we are all about. And that's what Klal Yisrael is all about.
So let's
And
go
that's
for
what Pushet Pshat is all about.
100%.
To reach out to the hearts, to the minds of people, overseas, local, bringing communities together and discussing topics.
100%. So Shloime introduction,
So-
wie stammste, wie kimste, family background, een beetje.
I grew up in Hendon.
Okay.
Davened in Hendon by Reb David Halperin, who's a Lamed Vuf Tzadik B'Deraini, phenomenal person. I started off in Pardes house, went over to Viznitz. We used to do the traveling every day, the 40 minutes, 45 minutes in the traffic, twice a day. And
Damn, auch gewinnt Traffic? Man sagt das als ein Sadiq-Council. Damn, auch gewinnt Traffic.
it looks like it.
Okay.
It looks like it. All the cars just drove slow. I'm not sure, but it took quite a while.
Yeah.
It was a very tiring journey. By the time I reached Haide, I was quite, you know what I mean? I said, oh, na, man darf noch lernen auch. You know what I mean? It was like I did my outing for the day. So then Yeshiva Ktana did Viznitz, carried on to Eretz Yisrael, Viznitz, Mir, and...
Tati gewinnen naar Viznitz?
Ja, man tat is a vision zu keine Haare, leider ich schon betäuben. My mom is at Sanza Chuset, so we have visions in Klosenburg in our family. My Zaide, who I'm named after, I missed him by a few months. He passed away on Yom Kippur. I was born Pesach. He was a heavy vision Chuset. He was a hosbucher by the Havas Yisrael.
Oh, wow.
Whoever knows, the Rebbe today, Rabbi Yisrael Hager, his grandfather, so his father was the Yeshis Moshe. Yeshis Moshe's father, the Emir Chaim. Emir Chaim's father, Havas Yisrael. Havas Yisrael was a phenomenal, one of the big rabbis in Viznitz. And my father's father, Reb Shloime Gertner, would be the Gabe on Shabbos by him. They had to, when they learned by Nacht, so there was a Shemoyate. He shouldn't tilt the candle. Could I nicht zidrein the candle on Shabbos? So I'm gedacht na Gabe, a Shomer. That was my Zaide. So we go back with generations. I've got visions running through my veins. The Kitzer.
So sagst du bist aufgewachsen in achsidische Stieb in Hendon, aber?
Ja,
Bis kam jeden Tag lernen Heide in Stanford Hill.
that's right.
And at what point does the musical part come in?
So music happens later. I would say I always had an interest to music, I would say in my neighborhood, I remember Chaim Barnett, he used to come to London, he would stay in a house, and I remember I was like amazed, he was composing at komposiert Nagina bei uns in the Heim. And I was listening from the Treppen, I was like listening wie singt, and I remember those are the earliest days that...
Aber since in the family, like since necessarily musical parts of them?
It's a musical, I would say it's a musical family, man singt das Sach Shabbos Mires.
Yeah, the visions of families are musical family.
Emes, ja, Taka so. And Taka se do a Sach vision to sing auf der Welt.
Yeah.
Could be, that's what it is.
Maybe normal, mehr singst normal?
Quite ja, se do a Sach, se do... So a scheine half a dozen visions.
Daskals an Visionets.
Daskal hast du zwei Brides.
Steinmetz.
So das sagst du a lot von der
Shloime Gertner.
Wer Shloime Gertner? Der verloren, okay.
There is, se du andere Singers visions. Du hast Sache, it's a musical Hasidus. And
Man darf verstehen zu Visions und
the Shabbos Tischen bei der Rebbe, Shabbos is based around singing. Man sitzt dort zwar...
Sure, it's for singing, yeah.
Out of the 4 hours by a tish, I would say probably Teure is what? Is lass mal sagen, 45 minutes?
Less, yeah.
Okay, so you have about 2.5 hours of singing.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of...
Man darf aber connecten zu den sich von Visions. Ich weiß, ich mir jetzt in Westcliff von Peisach, ich habe 2 Visions dort, und es gegangen, aber Visions von Human Room, und nicht von Peisach, hat gesungen dort, und Scheuchenat mit das. Es ist wie ein Pege da, bist du. Das ist aber rein. Nein, also, ich hatte gewusst, wisst ihr von mich rum, du kannst so normalen Nisser,
You guys, was wächst auf mit?
Das ist doch, verstehe ich, wie du kommst. Ich höre es als Sachmut für Menschen, wo seine Tage nicht Visions sind. Sie kommen da, wenn Visions sind, sie schwer, ist sich. Aber ich muss ziehen gewohnt, man wächst auf mit dem. So hat Geschmack, so hat Chaim. Come to Visionits, ja, für 2-3 Shabbosim, give yourself a chance, you know, let loose.
Es hat auch so hart zu singen, weil ich habe neben auch, was auch Visionits sind, dass ich sag mal so ein Säcke, und ich schlüpfe schon im Bett, höre ich dort singen, der kann echt so, ich frasken, und der kann echt so, ich sage, einer schreit fahren, der Jingel schreit hech, so ist...
I'll tell you what, singen, music is was bringt Menschen zusammen, and that's what the world, a lot... Music is not physical sach, but it brings the emotion. It brings the right emotion, and that's why music is such a powerful tool. And the Rebbes use it to bring the Hasidim closer, and everyone in Chasanas, they never used to be singers. The industry music is a sach mehr developed. Sie geworden a Welthand, man darf schon choirs, man schon 2-3 Singers, es ist a titzig, weißt, a handige Zeit on a stage. And it's beautiful to be in that industry.
So the essence of the subject, lass mal reingehen in den, aber lass mal unheim können call, wenn bist du jung, mal bei singen.
In Yeshiva Gedoyle in Etzisrul, actually it's before that, I would say in Camp Haguda was the erste Mucha gesungen in a choir, Avrumi Salik, the Zin von Yigal Salik Zerchön Levruche, he was in the middle of doing a choir, hat sie geht wie rehearsed the choir mit the Kinder dort, and I wasn't part of the choir. I just, again, hostile scenario, I was just listening to them rehearse. I had something pulling me to, there was music going on, I wanted to hear what's going on. And by the break time, I told him I heard he was trying to find a soloist for a certain song from the Vekas. It's called Shalom Rov. Oy Shalom, Shalom Rov. He tried a soloist, and he was struggling. I told him, I know the song, and I feel I could do a better job than the Chaver he looked for. And he told me, okay, come back after the break. I went back. He says, okay, it's your moment. And I tried the solo, and he tells me straight away, he says, tonight you're singing this solo on stage.
Wow.
So that was for me the first time that I'm actually opening my mouth in public. I was a shy kid. Bei uns Anem Zemiris in Schiel, wenn man mich Arbeit gewähnt, Kinder singen ist, bin ich heimgelaufen. Ich habe genommen die Kibbet und bin schnell heimgelaufen. You know what I mean? Like it was... all types. All the Salik one, beautiful. The kids about...
Dort ist bin Destins aus nehmende Gatzen Ziegen.
Yeah, so I took that. Noch nicht gewesen a recording auf a tape. Ich hatte die Tape in Etzisrul, wenn ich mir gegangen zu Rosh Shuni im Kippet zu der Rebbe in Visionitz. Eine musikalisch hat's gehört dort. Und also it is, you know what I mean? It unfolded, wie man sagt. And nothing's a coincidence. Alles is min hashemayim. And Baruch Hashem, in bederich shudem roitzeleilich melich and oisoi, I started enjoying the music. So in Yeshiva Gedoyle, somebody tells me they're recording choir for MBD's new album. In Galkol, the andere Ek Benai Barak, and he's inviting me to go. And for me, this was a highlight. Right? I'm going to see Mordechai and David in studio. Like, it was a huge moment. Bichlal, to step into a studio. I was 16 years old. You know what I mean? It was like amazing. Kitze, he schleps me over. We arrived to the studio. Titzich dort balagan, 40, 50 boys trying to get into the studio. They want to see Mordechai singing. They want to... Kitze, so this Bucher who called me, his shvuga was in the choir with Mordechai. So we had like Modgata protection, was reingegangen. And Mona Rosenblum, he's in the studio. In the Oilem stippt sich heran, will singen zusammen in a große choir. So Mona sagt, sing, geh raus, sing, okay, die kannst bleiben, sing. It came to my turn again, sing. He said, blab. It was a moment, I stayed there. Over there, I met a man from Belz, Naftule Perilov.
Naftule?
Yes. Also, wherever there's music, he would, in those years,
he was
music.
There.
He loved music. And he took my number. He asked me if I would come back for other choirs for studio. And he invited me again. I went back to Yeshiva jene Woche. Ich gesucht für Shloime Daskal. We learned together in Vishnitz, in Benai Barak. I told him, you won't believe where I was. Ich bin in studio. And he says, wow. Kitze, ich habe mal rübergeschleppt. From then on, it was the Shloimelach in the choirs. For Yas Moshe Kahane, for the Daddy albums, for Motti Zing, Boim MBD, all Moshe Laufer projects, Mona Rosenblum, Nadvona projects. Me gewin a chaylik from whatever was happening in studio those 2 years, we were invited to, and we loved it. I could say I picked up a lot of experience, you know. I was learning the industry, I was seeing how it's done, record the music, the vocals, the choirs, the mixing, the mastering, and then how it all comes together. And I didn't want to write my name in the albums. We only wrote initials. Fi and Gimel, yeah. Exactly, yeah. It wasn't, though it was the best outlet I could have had out Sabuche. It was a phenomenal thing. You know what I mean? It was the thing I was looking forward to, and I felt I was mamish thriving in it. It was very special. And from then, so on and on, Baruch Hashem.
Ich will noch einmal minute introducen the sponsor for the Woch's episode. Flexi Property Solutions specializes in lettings and management for HMO properties. Sie haben ein extensive network von local connections, was helps sie treffen tenants für ihre lettings efficiently. Sie machen sicher, als alle universal credit payments are set up and going directly to the landlords, and sie sind fully compliant with the latest regulations. Additionally, offeren sie auch lettings and management services for private residential properties. Sie sind based in NW11, aber sie coveren alle areas within the M25. Reach out to Flexi Property Solutions via email, office@flexipropertysolutions.co.uk, or contact sie by phone 020-3772-1199. I can highly recommend them, and ich can sicher kann sein mehr than satisfied mit their service. Ich finde a Bucher was on the She and Gimel of the credits, sie wäre ein official singer Bachasnas. Where did that step happen?
So, same thing, you know, you enjoy singing, so I was singing by friends, chasanas, nigen do, nigen dot, then somebody asks, he calls you ready to come and sing. Until then, you're asking people, can I sing? You know, let me do a duet with you, let me sing at a chasana, and slowly it happens. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal how the Eibisch to feed the Welt. That is the moire de gezach. Like there's a painting, the whole world is a painting, and we're a tiny little scoop of this painting the whole time. And how things just fall into place. It's just beautiful.
So wie ist es gegangen mit der Singe? Du ähnlich Handsinges vergassen, hast du musst hinderte.
Ja.
Ich bin gegangen von der Singe, so kind of an artist. Bist du a celebrity in der goische Welt. Wenn es day shift geschehen.
Yeah, so I would say, ich halte in unserer Welt in a celebrity status. I mean, you can't define the word celebrity like, you make a noise, you become a popular singer.
Vreemd land is. Vind wenn am Anfang zu haben Selfies mit dich.
From when did I start charging for selfies?
Exactly,
yeah.
In addition to third step.
Aber nicht noch gewinn mobiles mit Frontcam.
Wenn es zu realisieren, als ist der Mensch trefft, ich schlimm, ich noch ein Selfie, because they're feeling for a selfie. Wenn es zu realisieren, der shift geschehen, how did that happen?
So I was singing in Etzisrul. on a boat, a Schiff magazine. A friend of mine, Gershi Moskowitz, was on the phone with a cousin of his in America, and he loved what he was hearing in the background. There wasn't a clear phone call, but he felt there was like an incredible vibe going on there, and he said he felt there's something stu etwas speziell do. And et mir eibiger angedrillt, das machen a CD. Das ist wie ein Vaterkasten. Ich bin noch, at this point, I'm 19. Ich habe Kasten gehabt bei der 20 wäre ich. So, sagt mir, das haben noch a CD. So, wir gegangen zu Producers, damals wir gegangen zu Shia Mendelwitz, ich went to Lavdel bei Yochi Briskman, Yossi Tieberg. I wanted to check out my options, sehen wie was wenn, you know?
Wer glaubt nicht der meiste?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, what is the offer? What am I getting back from you? I want to do a CD. Well, okay, that's what you do. Okay, bist a producer, but what's my interest here? What am I doing? So, Gershi Moskowitz nennt mir to Yossi Green. Yossi Green hat mir uitgegeven already mit Yossi Tieberg, who's a phenomenal producer. In produced man erste 3 albums. Nissim, Asay, and Vehiskin. Now, after Nissim is rausgekommen...
Das ist mir der erste, no?
Yeah, Nissim was mamish. Nissim was Kishmoy Kainhi, was a miracle of an album.
Nissim was...
Phenomenal album. Bli ein Hore, it just didn't make sense. I
you
didn't do
serious,
anything
this way?
in 2007.
I think it broke record at that time. Ich denk als Englisch. Ich meine noch nach England ausgehen. Wenn es rausgeht?
20 zurück.
2007.
Yeah. So, ich denk als sie gewinnt, mamish also probably more popular than a Motra album at the time. It was like the ganze Zeit gewinnt wild of them.
It was
London,
at the time they were putting it into one of the top Jewish albums. You know what I mean? Eine von der ich denke vielleicht mal sagen, von der jüdischen Albums müssen die sein in the top 5. Love Dafke it was the full package. It was the sound of it. It was the colorful songs, the singing. A new guy, no one has a clue who this person is. Gertner from London. You know what I mean? Like, it was interesting. It was different. So, and suddenly I'm getting calls overseas to America for events, concerts, dinners, and it's not only I've got 2 songs, 3 songs from the albums. Du also 8, 9, 10, 12 beginnen kamat every song was man kann singen. That was a huge siyata d'shmaya. I don't know what we did to earn that chesed Hashem. I was thinking at the time because it wasn't so much since the expertise. Muss man probit noch zu machen andere Albums sind gelungen. You know what I mean? It's not you figured it out. It happened. It was a siyata d'shmaya chitzel.
Also jeder Nigen hat a trademark. Ich weiß nicht, der Nissim ist dann trademark, der Kodesh Shilochem, weg noch nicht dort auf dem dort.
There's Nissim, there's Malka song, Kodesh Shilochem, there's the Schmeichel song, there's the
Schmeichel sagt der Nigen.
Shma Beni, very good.
Ruchail.
Stu from Pinkies, du Hashiva Shiftaini.
Yeah.
Zarai yar begachoy, hallelujah, hallelujah shamoy, hallelujah shamoy. Good song from him, Hashem Tivne. A lot of songs, but
Stunning album. Every song was a masterpiece.
It was a very picked up.
The Nigen Malkis gemacht van 80, correct?
The Malka song itself, lechoire, that was part of the recipe, I would say, of that album.
100%. So it gebringt the emotions. Sehr stark.
What's the story behind that song?
It brought out the emotions from a few points. First of all, it brought out the emotion of a good Shabbos song.
Yeah.
Also, it has a name in it.
Malkala.
Oy Malku, yo Malku, Malku. So everyone who's got a Malki at home automatically was singing
Point
it
of the
Shabbos.
season, Malki. Schämt sich.
Singing it by
Man
the
tauscht
Shabbos
später
day.
auf Mati.
100%. So there was a little gimmick chiddush in it as well, and also the emotion of the story behind it. My Malka, Bliana, she's 24 today, and she was born with hasach disabilities, and we took the topic. We didn't. We were singing about this topic, and that's what caught a lot of people overseas as well, and the Mishpacha magazines or whoever was doing magazines at the time, they were all reaching out, tell us the story, the Malka story, Kodesh Shilochem Shabbos Amalku, vi vos ven, and so.
Tochter allein to connect to the song, she knows you made it.
Yeah. I always tell Yossi Green, he composed the Nigen, yeah? When I went to Yossi Green to work on the songs, Zog mir Yossi, sag mir etwas wegen dir. Tell me something personally about you, because I can't just write songs. So kommen du jeden Tag singen sitzen. Tell me something, I want to connect with you. So I told him, ich sing jede Nacht to my daughter, oi Malki, oi Malki, Malki, Malki. And fragt him, wo singst du noch dem? Oi Malki. I just go over it again and again. Sagt him, you allow me, guess mir a schiss to ending in the Nigen, let me finish the song for you. So I told him, please, but, I didn't have the godless. For a half an hour, he was just strolling on his piano, up and down, and he suddenly jumps up and he says, he just, and at that point I didn't have even the magnitude of what he's so hyped and so excited about. And he just suddenly starts, Kodesh Iluchem, Shabbos HaMalkele, El Toich Butaichem, Lehuniyach Beruchele. He says it should bring in a bruch in your house. In the Zechis of Shabbos HaMalkele, should Shabbos Melizikrefi Kroi Velovoi. Phenomenal. It's like Yossi Green deserves such credit, but he's a composer Chad Begdura, mamish, once in a generation. But I feel the matuna.
Ook het verlanden, Yossi, nein?
Wieso?
Yossi is ook verlanden.
Nicht von London, aber gedreht, hat gelernt.
He learned London. He had genasht a sach von Yigal Salik, a lot. But I feel more than that. I feel the matuna that the Eibishter gave. They say the Eibishter gives this only to someone who has koyach. A challenge.
Yeah.
A challenge, someone has koyach. And I say no. When it happens, then kim the koyches. Because if you ask anyone before a challenge if they'll be able to handle it, the answer is no. So I find with this, to give a song and to be able to sing about it and help so many people, families with special needs kids, is just a samatune from the Eibishter.
Oh, wow.
That's Pushet Pshat.
That's Pushet Pshat. Gunje Pushet.
No, that's the story of the Malkele song.
Yeah.
Verstaat the Nissim song hat doch a story.
Nissim is also Yossi Pingeveen in London. It was the July bombings and he was going to take the train. I told him, I'll pick you up from the city. And as he was coming out of the underground, suddenly all the emergency services were all arriving to that station. And he always feels that, he feels like it was a nest and the whole guiding him and how. So he came to my house afterwards and he wrote the Hu Yisburach Oise Nissim.
Geht es sind zwei Stories im Ausblick, wenn es scheinbar was Nissim hat aufgepickt oder geht. Es ist gebot und auch Stories and emotions connect to Menschen.
Yeah,
but Zana Zinge, ja, nicht more like what you do, is a great responsibility. Weil bei Eitzem, die kannst create moods von Menschen, connections von Menschen, emotions von Menschen. Kas kann nicht, wenn ein Mensch hätte, er wird connected damals, suddenly öffnet sich etwas auf ihm. So, du hast Achrayas.
Yep. So what do you say? How do we manage this Achrayas?
Don't know. I'm asking you. Ich muss kein Composer.
I feel it's just a continuation. It's Achrayas that not only I have, it's everybody who is in the industry, and I feel every individual. Shauli has it. Ari, you have it. You have a tremendous. Everyone influences people in a different way. I feel every person walking around in the street is a live podcast, be'etzem. Because what are we doing? We're schmoozing, we want to inspire, reach out to people, and that's what we do the whole day. We reach out, we've got a tremendous responsibility. Our achrayus is to welcome people, to be happy towards people, try and bring in peace as much as possible. Sometimes you could step in and you could be the game changer to help a person and put him on the right path. There's huge responsibilities here, and we have to utilize it. Not always do we maximize our potential. That's for sure one of those things.
But ich meine, if you have one trademark where you try to wie die publicity geben zu jeder meinem, if there's one trademark was Shloime Gertner, it's going to be a smile. Dan schmeichel, was jeder Mensch, es ist als Simchet, es ist auf dem Gas, es ist ein Besmeidrisch, allemal Geist, je weiß kommt, sie weiß geht da doch, allem bestimmt als schmeichel.
It's an achrayas, and I should be able to always schmeichel taka and really be besimcha, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I ask many times, I ask Adoli Yisrael, I want a brucha, to be'emazam besimcha, so I should be able to share the simcha with others.
you try to bring it out in the music as well. Die bringst das doch in der
Yeah,
Magine.
but you have to. You're on stage. You have to reach out to the people. You could only do it via Schmeichel, and Baruch Hashem, da will helfen, soll kennen Eibig schmeicheln. I'll tell you what, if you fake it for 120 years, you're a winner.
Yeah.
So
So how much percent?
are you doing very well yourself?
How much percent of it is fake?
Shauli zoekt nog auf Shabbos. Geen Shabbos begrijpen zoekt nog. Weiß Ari ist stresst, wenn schmeichelt. That's my note. Und wie mehr schmeichel ist, als mehr stresst ist. But yes, it keeps going schmeichel. But ich meine, was ich denke von als Kind, ich war nur als American, was ich lieb gehabt von den CDs, ist gegen der Accent.
Tage?
Ja. Es ist du gewisse...
Lass mal her. Ja.
Es ist du gewisse... Komm mal der Lass mit der englische Accent, ja, was du sagst, der wird der Reich, ja. So hat etwas in sich. Das sagt man Menschen, ich hoffe an der London, aber der Accent habe ich lieb. Es hat eine gewisse Warmkeit. Auch die, was solche Englisch-Wörter mit jeder. Zum Beispiel in England, the first language is English. The most gesiechte families, kann Menschen das bloß Jiddisch. Gibt es den Monty Barba?
Er ist aufgewachsen Händen.
Correct, but nach, suchst du aber Stammer so, it's a language, but sein Werte, in der CD, fühlst du als Englischkeiten. Das ist als ich weiß nicht Nebbi, nicht als Ruhigkeit, als Vulnerability-Keit.
Simplicity.
ChatGPT, gem gepu definitions of they is called creating yet. Da gewiss ist nicht alle haben, weil Americans haben sich alle sehr reich mit der Israelis haben sich sehr
Yeah, there is.
the Heim mit alle.
Wherever you live is really what's mashpia on you. I mean, that's how it is. It's handige Zeiten we have the gemuras that are the English gemuras, the Hebrew gemuras. You see the
Sifte Schattenstein.
Yeah, all these type of gemuras. You see that's Srulige Chavre, they're all learning in Hebrew. You know, Zappenstein is like, we get nishba from where we are. And I feel even the music is nishba from Vimez.
Yeah.
You know, Mezed in Vision, a lot of the songs is from Romania. Like, you know, it's based on those. Mezed Lubavitch's songs, it's based on from where Lubavitch stamms. So the Polish Neginim, there's everyone is nishba from where they are. The shpur from where we live is a very it has a huge impact.
Ich meine auch, was you figured out quite well is bis daran sehr stark auch in the modern Orthodox community. Like, die kann sich mal frei gassen, so in a United Synagogue. And connects. Yeah?
You do that?
No, I'll sing by all types of events, but ich mach sicher se du am Chitze. That's all. You know what I mean?
No,
I've had a lot of stories where I had to change course wie man sagt. You know, during the chasna I would go to the mechit and I'm sorry, I'm not comfortable with the setting where it's going, and please forgive me that I'm leaving. And
15?
yeah.
Is a principle so gelijk? Oder einzige guide als es stehen?
No, it's a principle. I feel it doesn't make. I don't feel comfortable to be in a setting that is not who I am. But sicher, I would speak to my Rebbe. I would speak to gewisse Mashpiem who.
But the Rebbe is singen a pumel im Fischnetz?
Yeah. Yeah.
I
remember my Chitten is mal noch gelaufen. I told him, I'm sorry, I'm leaving now. I'm noch gelaufen durch the kitchen. You're not leaving now. Ich zahl dich nicht. So I told him, I'm not here for the money. Trust me, I'm here to make you simcha special. I have to leave now because it's not. I told you beforehand there has to be mechitzas. The moment the mechitzas were coming off,
I'm off.
I'm out of here, and it happens naturally. I would say it's not a nesoyan for me, but I feel bad for the mechitten he's like.
Bleibt jetzt.
Exactly. So I was lucky there was another singer at that event who carried on. But there's so many stories. You need a podcast just for stories, if you know what I mean.
Was gewinnt an Gast in the soin in this area where you were at the event was going like bin ich ja mamshach, bin ich nicht mamshach?
No, it's like I just said, you know, similar stories. I had once interesting stories. There was an event, samsken eine interessante Sache. I had sie gewähne eine Gold bestellen, and also he told me there won't be mechitz. He told me already on the phone. So I told him I'll do the chippah, but I can't do the evening. So after the chippah I'm leaving. And I got a call that day from from who was it? From A-Time. Last minute, are you available on the day? If some interessante Sachen, you see, man sieht, wie so ist with the Siyata D'Shmaya, and you know, not that I have to see it to prove that it's the right thing to do, but it's so beautiful when it happens like that. You know what I mean? You say no to this event, and suddenly last minute out of nowhere, A-Time, Motche couldn't make it his flight, whatever. Could you step in? And I'm saying, wow, I'm available to step in because.
Weil bist du nicht gebudget auf den Ehrlichkeiten?
Yeah, Baruch Hashem.
Doing it 25 years already?
Yeah.
Still feel passionate about it? Still feel a drive for it?
I feel like a beginner.
Yeah?
Mamish. I'm not saying a beginner with more experience, but like a beginner. Amastik. It's like, first of all, the music is changing the whole time. You have to be on top of your game, and you have to treat it like always like mit Chiddush. Yeah.
Als früher Menschen, der Part, als es mir gegangen von das die riesige Stages mit Tapu Singers, mit Choirs, die erst ungeheben, ist Chassene gewesen, als singen mit der Spieler, that's it.
Yeah.
Hand ist schon du ganze Bands, du Production, du Choirs, Pushspielers, Sets, darf machen, Arrangements für den, wo es wenn wie. How did you adapt to this change? Hast du das lieb gehabt? Bist du nach Family, haben es nicht gesteht, gebadet, das Gold bleiben, der alte da.
I'm enjoying the production weddings. I like them very much, but it's like everything. It's like waves. You know, you can't always have only production weddings. You can't only have weddings b'chlal. Amul it's going to be a bar mitzvah, amul it's a dinner, it's a concert. It's nice to have the variety. So even in the Simchas itself, the variety of having here a production wedding, du hast a 3-piece band. Suddenly you're back to a 8-piece band, 10-piece band. Here you're together with a few singers. Here you're on your own. You know what I mean? The change it makes it more. It's more interesting because also for the oilam don't want to see the same production every night. And every mechitten has a different idea. Every Chus Kala have different requirements. What different songs, different vibes on the dance floor.
It's not that nice Sache, als das mit Chus Kala. Also ich kriege ganze CV, like ich will dating mal rauskommen, dating mal angehen, das machen du, das machen dort.
Yeah, it's a bit. There's a lot of more. I would say there's more work on the singers these days because there's. The platform of where everyone gets their music is so much wider. So do host 24/6, Spotify, Zing, host platforms. Everyone has access. They could reach to all types of songs, all types of music. So the knowledge of songs is so much more. So the requirements that come around, give me this song for the chip. I want to walk down to this Mi Bansiach. I want to walk down to this Ani Mamin. It's always you're busy learning and trying to study new songs the whole time. It's more. It's more time consuming, but Baruch Hashem, it's a blessing. It's an honor to be doing this. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's arriving to a person's simcha, to become part of the family, and to sing at the highlight when they walk the kids down to the chippah. It's so beautiful. I can't stop thanking Hashem enough. Mamish, hoydel Hashem k'tev kilayim chazdei.
25 years in the industry, 10 albums. Last few years, als nicht ausgegeben keine Albums, if I'm correct. And I think tomorrow you're releasing your new album, Adayat, correct?
So it's going to be 10 albums?
Yeah, 10 albums. Tomorrow's album, Adayat mit Shem, is album number 11. All different types. Here's a David Shloime, imagine a concert album, alive. But yeah, 10 we're up to album number 11, Be'ezer Hashem.
Congratulations, London! Shloime Gertner is releasing a new CD.
So tell us about this album. No more.
I'm super excited about it.
How long are you working on it? Was it the concept?
We've been working on it for a few years. First of all, I want to ask Ari, what's your excitement for this album? I want to hear from you. What are you expecting? What are you waiting for?
I don't know. Hollywood music. Okay, yeah. I'll be honest. Hollywood music. Ich habe einige von uns gewesen, bevor das Studio do. Ich fühle es gerade in der gute Direction. Ich habe die Combinations was gemacht dort, so mit lieben certain Singers kommen ran dort.
So that song is called Sei Gesinn. Sei Gesinn. Stark.
I don't know, I'm just excited for you, ich weiß nicht.
Wow,
I'll
thank
tell
you.
you why I'm excited for.
No.
Weil ich gedenk de enjoyment was ich gehad von Nissim. Und ich bank mich zurück zu
Oh,
dem.
Keza,
En ich hoffe, this is gonna...
Keza, mein Tata muss gelost aus in Shloime Gertner und ich mein Jingle.
Wow.
Jetzt kann ich schon allein, verstehst? Jetzt kann ich schon hören, ich kann der erste
Make sure you let your kids listen to this album. So for me, the excitement is like many years
Tata, ich mache a joke bei dir, bis geht.
Ja, warte, we have...
So, Menschen, du kannst von Tata später gesucht, mich gelost. Was ich gelost, ich geht jetzt gehabt zu tun.
No.
100%.
Yeah, we love you, Tati, no? Next, crack on.
And it could be it's not even your tati didn't let you, it could be somebody else's tati. You just remember the story as a kid. Wow, it's huge excitement for me as well. This new album is mamish. It's the excitement is here that for years, schon jahrelang habe ich gemacht Album. And this is a good few years in the making. And I was gathering songs. The amount of songs that I've got in my library I've gathered here is what I'm bringing out is mamish is a small percentage, but to be holding here, Yossi Green put me together with Donnie Gross, a young producer who's very successful.
So
He's got a good
cover,
vision.
Donnie Gross presents.
Donnie Gross presents.
Yeah.
It's a Donnie Gross production, and he's a young producer, so he understands what the new generation wants to hear. But he's also connected to the older generation, so he knows my older music, and it herangebringt a beautiful variation of different songs here. And I think I'm super excited for the Oilam. I think this is as a shlichus to be able to bring simcha and music to people. I feel that Be'ezer Hashem with this album, we've hit it, Be'ezer Hashem, yeah.
So who has been involved in the last? You mentioned Donnie Gross. What does he do? What was his part in the project? And wer composed in Aginem, met wem else te gearbeitet, wer is involved in their project?
So it's a lot. We're putting out in Yetz Hashem 15 songs.
15.
Oh, wow.
15 songs. It's really 14 songs because one song is English and Yiddish. So with the Zai Gezind song, we've got lyrics in English and
Two versions of it.
then Yiddish. So
Well, yeah.
why did that happen as well? Because we gave the lyrics to Lipa. We then wanted English lyrics as well. We didn't want to divide the song because Lipa's lyrics were so good. It was a shame to give up on a halba song. You know what I mean? So so first of all, we're doing a duet. So a duet zusammen mit Lipa on that song. And nachdem the English lyrics is on its own, which is beautiful. And a song composed by Hershey Weinberger, phenomenal composer. Yeah. So that's one composer. Nachdem hat man Yossi Green, sechs Neginem.
Oh wow.
Phenomenal songs as well. The title track, Adeyad, a song Moide Ani. You know what I mean? I be gold hanig was man singen fan Egelwasser. You know what I mean? Wake up in the morning and start singing. That's the song. Moide Ani lefonechu. Stunning song. Then we have a lullaby song, Hamalach, also in English, in Yiddish. Hamalach hagoyle. You know, like you put your kids to sleep at night. Exactly. It's not the Shloime Gertner, it's bringing the right simcha, the right atmosphere to people, and it's the shlichus. So it's mamish. I'm very excited about it. Then there's the song Home Again, an English song, was Yossi Green geschrieben, also a moiridige Nigen von a Medrash, as the Eibishter sucht for Klal Yisrael, when are you going to be home again with me? Wow. So he wrote it like the Eibishter saying, when will you be back home again with me? Also beautiful. Yossi Green is Chad Bedura. What else do we have from Yossi Green? We have a beautiful song. It's called Money and Nachas. Nachas and Geld. Hamavdel ben koidish lechoil, vesel and teure is voil. Zaraini v'chaspain yarbe kechoil. So by uns in the heim, my father finishes Abdullah. Zog Hamavdel ben koidish lechoil. Zog my mama vesel and teure, deim is voil. So I go to Yossi Green, I say, Yossele, ich darf nigen auf der Wete. He starts on the piano, he's in a good zone, and I say, Hamavadil, ben kohidesh lechoil, veseleren teure, fardeim is boil, zaraini v'chaspaini, yar bekachoil, chatoy saini yim choil. And then the high part is Ya mavdil ben koidesh lechoil atfile tzim adoyin koil zaraini v'chaspaini yarbe kachoil money zaraini v'chaspaini.
Money for charity campaigns. Okay, Shauli.
Cover songs for the videos, yeah.
Aber the punchline is Naches Yiddish Naches Chasbaini Yarbe Kachoil. So that's another Yossel Green song. Exactly. So that's that. Then we have Sruli Green.
Ooh, okay, tell me more.
Oh, Shauli,
Yeah. Sruli Green had 2 songs from Sruli Green.
Nice.
Phenomenal Neginim. Hoidi Lashem Ketov Kilelem Chazdoi. Hele Genigen. Auch Duet mit ihm. Nachdem noch anigen a Shabbos-Song. Ja, mir a freilichen Shabbos, a süßen, a lechtige Shabbos, get Shabbos Mom and you, get Shabbos Tat and you. Das ist Sruli Green as well.
Shauli wird excited. Gell, okay, wird excited.
Sruli ist gewaltig, Sruli ist blian Haare.
Ja.
Frisch, es geht, es singt fein.
Singt doch von Hart.
Ja. So habe ich schon 8 Neginen von The Greens. 6 Neginen von
Ja,
Yossi Green,
Sruli.
2 von Sruli Green. Und nachdem der Heshi Weinberger Song, und nachdem ist du von Lipe is a Duet. Lipe only did the lyrics. Yitzi Waldner, good song, Hashemesh Malchumu. And then a young man, a koil young man Yerushalayim, wrote a beautiful song, Ani Yeshaynu V'Libi Er. Beautiful Nign.
Wie song kommt zu dir?
Ich habe reingebammt name Moishi Roth, a music producer in Etzisruel, told me listen to his songs. And he told me no one's ever taken songs from him. Listen to his library. Taka, very, very good songs. Wer noch, se du, ja, eine Blumenstein, se du, Yitzchak Rosenthal, a beautiful song, Reiches Chach Miris Hashem. I feel it's a song was can auch singen, like Moide Ani, the kids could sing it in school. I felt it's a tachlis to give the, if it kicks off, to give the schools a niggin to sing with the kids in the morning. Reiches Chach Miris Hashem, Sachet V'chalasayim. So, Baruch Hashem, I'm super excited about this.
Ich meine, als der CD, das der Launch ein bisschen different.
Lass me hören.
Ich meine, man darf machen ein Live-Launch von der CD. Und dann,
Takte?
ja. Man hat viel teurer. Get the notes von Meilig oder Benny. Anyone can the notes. Macht ein Live-Launch.
We could play the actual CD live.
Nein,
Man darf nicht.
ich darf dich live dort. Darf ich gleich CD? Nein.
No, I'll sing together with myself live.
Nein. Man darf...
Dann bringt schon eine Belieber mit Sruli mit.
Nein, man macht... Ich weiß noch, kann man gewinnen ein Live-Launch an CD. Man launch ist noch schwer. Geist was gibt es ich weiß alles von der Woche. Geist was gibt es CD. Noch schwer ist, macht man ein Live-Launch. Nothing more today.
Schwierig, es haben nicht die Spieler sich das in Gestart vergonnen.
Wer? Nein, wir
Aber du willst
treffen...
machen the live launch,
It's
das
no
ist
fast
dann
fees.
der Woche, schläuch es mal Gebule, le Covid Yomtev.
You know what? We need to action it. Man macht...
Das ist keine schlechte Idee.
Macht das mit Billig-Tickets ran, sie können so 10 Pounds Entry für das, man reicht aus 15 CDs, Shloime Gertner launchen eine CD, instant vertell, ich soll das teure sein.
25 von bekommst du auch der Copy auf der Album.
Wer? Nein,
Man macht ja
ja.
nicht mit Print, nicht kein Album, by the
Oh,
way.
USBs.
USB auch nicht, nothing.
No, was. So, likes es noch auf dem Plattform, that's
Weiß nicht, es ist in der Lift. I don't know.
So viel. Ich mach ein proper launch, wir machen schon. Das Staging, bis leider chassidische, ehrlich ausgehaltene Sache, mit den Kindern, mit der Bucher im Geschmack, eine Nacht von 7 till 9, man launcht das CD mit einem Live-Concert. Ich hab fertig. I think it's a good idea.
Wow.
Bescheid sich alle Profit, das gehen für
Ari, you
Schiebes
know,
für
it's
teure.
been difficult to get me to the podcast push because I'm not a podcast.
Ja.
My character, I don't connect to podcasts so much, but I'm happy that I'm here. Especially now you're throwing ideas that could benefit the project. I'm even happier that I'm here. And
By the way, that's a challenge going difficult to become to the podcast. I only tried you probably 20 times. And jeder muss sagen, Ari, bei der richtigen Minute. So, als man kam, ich sage, nein, das ist der richtige Minute.
Yeah.
Nicht der richtige Minute. It was not.
yeah, I felt before bringing out an album, it just makes sense to
Das ist
podcast.
jetzt der richtige Minute. Ich meine, ein Live-Launch, wo gonna get Ari Shauli.
De mal is ook het als die kent bij de live van jeder nigen presenten de song. Wus is about, van wus go connected to them,
Yeah.
van wus de nigen daf, wus des mind, wus the point van
Ich kann
it.
sagen, einzigste...
And allow the crowd to connect to it.
Ja, sing mit mir, ich buche mir over. Einziges Problem ist
It's
doch
a
noch...
great idea.
Einziges Problem
Very
ist doch noch
nice
mit
idea.
dem, ist, wenn es kurz in das Studio, es sind 2 Tage, habe ich eine riesige Show.
Und die kan schon zo'n Konzert van capacity van meer arrangement events.
Ich kenne es auch auf 2 Menschen fragen, so ganz eine, muss noch ganz Jossi Glück vom Next Level. Ich hab die Idee. This is my budget. Make it happen. Und Shloime Gertner kommt dort. Die hast dann Notes ready?
Noch nicht, but it's not a problem. It's interessant because Erev Shabbos, auch wenn ich mir call Meilich help me, asked me, when kommt schon raus das CD? I told him, mir Mama, jetzt. So, sagt mir, we have to do, man darf machen a launch party, something does. So now that you're saying it, you know what I mean?
This the launch party.
It's the second person, so yeah.
Ich meine, es ist eine wichtige Sache, halt sehr wichtige Sache.
Sagst da gitte ne Kide.
Darf reden zu der...
Wer macht das Marketing für das Album?
Ich weiß noch nicht.
Hello?
Ich weiß noch nicht pinklich. Ich meine, man darf Sades an der Sache, ja.
Auf Marketing, so
Pieces
mit
der
Pfefferkorn Media.
Ja, Pfefferkorn kennt sich aus in dem. Man darf machen eine gitte Persime Nisse, weißt du, ich meine?
Ja.
Even though it's not called Nissim, but a Persime Nisse kann man machen. Ausbringen, Ad, forever and ever.
Okay, man darf nicht realistisch, ich fuhr auch da weg, eine Woche später fuhr Amerika, man macht Gassen, man darf etwas machen von Montag.
No, anyway, die hast du begassen von Schwiersland up events, whatever, für jeden Tag probably.
Se du Simchas, but we have to see.
Darf checken.
We have to see what. Yeah, I love the idea because be'etzem it makes sense. It's a good advertising campaign and yeah.
Okay, ob es geschieht, dann wissen du, ist es geschehen.
Ja, haben da.
So sagst Marketing noch du für das Album. Und du sagst, gehst auch ausgeben Copies.
I do ideas, but I'm not close with anyone yet, so you know what I mean? I don't want to...
But the launch...
Yeah. The launch is all happening. Yeah. It's coming out. It's Hayoim Tam Tzaini.
So man muss discuss the noise to do with the podcast. It's just I'm curious, Mensch, ich will ihm zu fragen, die Kasches. Wie viel hat man gespent auf der Album? And how much do you make back from online listenings?
I'm nosy Mensch.
From the streamings?
Wow. Wow.
I think so viel Geld gespent oder viel Zeit
Should I answer the question or should I wiggle my way out?
Be a politician.
Okay, the exact amount how much I spent on it is difficult to know.
Yeah, what type of figures are we talking
But it's in the heavy thousands.
20, 30, 40?
Yeah, more than that.
Okay.
And the returns these days is very different to how it used to be because in the olden days you sold hard copies, like CDs, hast gewusst auf der Item. Handige Zeiten, it's more of a steady income. Es kommt heran von Spotify, kommt heran a paar $100 du, a paar Alofim du kann auch sein, if it's a very, very busy time.
Summer holiday kommt daran mehr wie normal?
Yeah, like now in the sphere, suddenly the listeners drop to come out nothing. You know what I mean? Like suddenly it changes, it varies. En nachdem hast du da 24/6 Zing and call me in the platforms, sie geworden haben, they pay you for the rights. So the idea is to have VMA listeners on these platforms because we're not printing CDs, we're not doing USBs. So that's where the revenue comes in from. It accumulates from there.
In der Project hast du schon genutzt any von den neuen Technologies, like the AI-Sachen mit das, oder noch nicht?
The whole time we reach out. AI is big, weißt, man fragt, du hast Schale, du idea, lyrics, give me a variation for this sentence, give me 4 different types of lines, and we'll choose the best one. You know what I mean? Like,
from a lyrical perspective, but not from a musical perspective.
Not to create the whole Zach, but we're nushing for a little help, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But not music success was getouched.
Music stuff. I wasn't involved in the music. Album. It was all Donny Gross. no, but maybe you could do on AI
a full album.
The MS you could do it, but it's at fail in the hearts.
Yeah,
it's you know what I mean. Like this same AI could give 5 people the same music.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not going to be as personalized as you would like it to be.
schreibt ChatGPT's emails. Schalt normal schreibt ChatGPT, muss es gewon.
Look, as long as you put your signature there, that means you take responsibility for it. You're happy with it.
And bis alles was das.
Yeah, 100%.
Du sagst, hast du gegeben von Heshi Weinberger, von Soli Green, von Yossi Green, and I'm wondering, geht auf die Schmier, gewesen, ob es an Nigen, ich weiß, Politics, mit Watte gewesen, für zweiten, I wanna hear, welche gehen, haben wir es nicht gemacht, die Album?
Shauli dreht into do. Shauli dreht into do. Was die gehört
Sie
sich?
do ein Nigen, I'll tell you what, sie do ein
Was
Nigen.
ist für mich Shauli? Shauli kommt zu der Podcast. Macht ein bisschen was der Research. Ich komme an blank. Was weiß die Shauli?
It's interesting you're mentioning this because it just in Mamash a few days ago, as we're going to, we're finishing the project, is mat sich gewollt opgeheben mit einer von the composers. Weißt wie viel man darf zuhlen von den Neginem. It's besser, before the album kommt heraus, let's take care of all the expenses. Sogt mir, 1 second, den Nigen ist schon herausgekommen. Sog ich ihm, was? Sogt mir, ja, it came out already a few years ago. On this and this album. Kids, we were like shocked. What are we doing, Case? He says, okay, but we're still giving it out. It's called Ir Shel Zahav, Yerushalayim Ir Shel Zahav. But it's just interesting that we didn't know. You know,
So a famous CD?
we wouldn't take. We wouldn't have taken the song if we knew lekatchile that it's out already.
So das ist
Ja.
eben mach auf den Weg, wie sie gesagt haben. Menschen können kennen Ding.
No, the Oilem Kenish thing. It came out on the album. It's just interesting how these things work. You want to make sure your Naginim are totally fresh. And here we have a song that is. I've had the song for ages. So a Sach Naginim do was schon hat lange Zeit mit der Album. Sie do Nigen Hoishiani Verachamaini von Yossi Green was gehabt already in 2007 by the Nissim album. Der Nigen auch hat even Irshel Zob. Sie sagt Even I saw Bekuroi Beyumaini Bekuroi Mamish Bekuroi, and the high part is Oh Yishel Zahav Yerushalayim Yishel Zahav. Even I saw Bekuroi Beyumaini Benure Beyumaini Iriri Rakoidesh Yishel Zahav. The kids
Doesn't ring a bell for me, right?
No, so it's an old song we had in the library, and we thought we could use it. The wallet had come out already, but
And you
anyway,
put in already all the
it's still
investment.
going on the album. So noch an Home Again, for example. Also, we had it for ages already. Say times, Mistam 2010. So there's a lot of songs here that they've been floating around in the library that they've been waiting for
The right time.
the right moment, and so umgekommen, Baruch Hashem.
Wie da bei dir heilig, weil a composer macht ein Ding und geht es dich.
Yeah.
Und sie kommt nicht raus. Und so viel, okay, ich habe gemacht ein Ding, Shloime sich gewalt, ich kann es geben für einen anders.
So I'll tell you, this whole album happened for exactly this question. Yossi Green calls me up and says, hast für mir so viel Naginem. What are you doing with these songs? They're going to be outdated. They're going to be out of fashion, totally outdated. And they're good songs. If you're not giving them out, give them back to me. So I told him, Yossi, you're 100% right. But my mind hasn't been in the productive energy of music, and I've been busy with other things, other events. I told him I just need you to help me put together the whole production team. He went to Donny Gross. Donny worked with Shloime, he put all the dots together, and it happened. Thanks to Yossi Green for bringing it like this together.
You.
So that's really what it is. That's what, you know what I mean? You need. Very often people ask, what's stuff a producer, what's stuff a manager, what's stuff it's not always having the name, I've got a producer, I've got a manager. You need someone to tap into bring out the right energy,
You hast
make
a manager?
things happen. Wieso?
Du hast einen Manager?
The boy Roilam.
Hast keinen, du bist Manager von
No, it's
Kanzler.
Gevre do that a bisschen.
Als gaat dat zo, bis gewin, dan als gaat de agent, Shloime Bakshal, I think, yeah?
Yeah.
And currently you're without agent.
Yeah, currently I'm without an agent, and in America I've got Gershi Moskowitz.
Aber het is zo lastig, nicht? In London is het nicht.
No.
You take your bookings yourself?
Yeah.
You wanted that? You prefer it that
Or
way?
myself, or here and there, you know, there's party planners to take care of it. There's always a different angle. I got tremendous grad Kursatov. You mentioned Shulun Vakshal. We had good, solid years. We just sometimes, you feel, you move on.
Next step.
But he was a good manager. He did some good things. The Yerushalayim project we did with him. Did some nice.
Maar de gasten galt zelf aan de kant zitten gewisse zaken.
Yeah.
Yeah, freelance, man, Kelly.
I'll tell you what, I try when I finish working with someone not to fall out with them. It's very important. The Eibishter gave us a planet, and time is the most valuable thing. Sometimes people are busy arguing. It takes up the time. That means you're better off doing nothing in that time than arguing. it's such a beautiful world.
Hallo war jeder wollte verstanden.
No, but Emes, it's such a beautiful world Eibster gave us, and if things are in peaceful terms, everything is dark as Shulam. It's a whole different planet.
Ich so gesagt von Menschen so gehen den Teure, so ich, was ganze Teure zu gewinnen, hast schon jetzt gewonnen. Was ganze Argen, no point.
Ja, aber nein, ich will aber,
No, sometimes we need to go to the Teure, yeah, we have to go, but we still have to know.
Most of the times, ganze Teure sollen will gewinnen, will Argen, weil, einfach Schattelle, man sagt, Argen dort. Ich will gewinnen, hast schon jetzt gewonnen. Das ist nur ein Tachlis.
Yeah.
Ja, wenn ich frage dich jetzt off-camera, das ist nicht nur Kamera, das ist heftig in der Geist, ich frage dich, Shloime, was bist du als Agent? What's the answer?
So I'll say, first of all, noch a muzzle way off camera. Yeah. And Pushet Pshat, so I do have overseas call me in a that I work with, not that I do work with. And even you mentioned Vakshal, he'll also call me up for events here and there. But I'm not strictly under his umbrella, verstehst? So that's all it is.
So gewähne etwas, das gefühlt hat, du wissen nicht tied up to someone necessarily?
No. It was just easier. Too many commitments, and I don't like to commit.
I'm from London, and I like to commit. Ich kann pressure, ich kann lachen.
Exactly.
So, 25 year old singer, 10 albums, now 11.
Tomorrow 11.
Tomorrow 11.
Can't wait.
This is a Korean music was, and the difference between the UK music industry and the Israeli or the American industry is rochik mizrich memarev.
That's why I'm super excited to live in the middle.
Yeah.
4 hours Israel, 7 hours America. You could nash from everyone. You could visit there,
Was Kaims considered relocating?
I did a few times.
To where?
To Monsey, Lakewood.
Oh, yeah?
And Baruch Hashem, I didn't go.
London rocks. London's the place to
London is
stay.
phenomenal. It's beautiful.
The vet, the
Why did you say
mention.
Baruch Hashem I didn't go?
Because my family is here. As you grow older, you realize how important it is to be near your family, your parents, with the siblings, with everyone. It's family simchas. It's not always another flight, another 2 different galaxies. It's nice to be local. And also, London has a beautiful place. You know what I mean? People like Ari's
a big supporter.
Ari's a big supporter. No, but Taka, everywhere is beautiful. I love Eretz Yisrael, I love America, but I love where we are as well.
Land hat op de Welt hat nicht schon mal geschaut. Es ist du der Menschen sind vergennes. Menschen sind Geschmack.
It's a nice
der regete Wort, der Wetter ist schein. Es regnet kein Monat du.
Tveres hat teure, great.
It's beautiful.
It's Taka beautiful.
Das so ansehen. Ich sag, man kann sich ansehen. Das ansehen ist ein schöner Platz.
Look, wherever, if you want to enjoy America, guy, rüber für 2-3 Wochen. You go some holidays, guy, verbringt dort Yom Tov, guy.
I'd rather go to Maldives wie Monty, sorry. Ganze Bahamas.
No, but those places are, you go to a place like Lakewood. It's a Ira Teure. It's buzzing. It's happening.
Für mich ist es Zabelacham, was ich gehe dort. Der scheine Hase, was man kann kaufen dort, ich kann kaufen nach 4-bedroom-flat und Taten.
Keine Hand geschrieben.
Das proper Zabelacham für mich.
Yeah, I hear where you're coming
Ich
from.
Lakewood, das Monty-Haus dort, was für $1.5 million kostet dort nach Garden, der Front, der Pool in der Back, mit der Barbecue Station.
Why don't you utilize this Tabla Chaim to build a similar area here? Do it. It'll take you time.
2 Sachen. Number 1 ist als kann man nicht treffen der Land mit der Acres, mit der Hase, du kannst bekommen. Von der Preis.
Guide a little bit. There must be areas.
It's almost impossible. Und auch das Bauen auf Infrastructure von Night nehmen Juden. Und die Plätze hast du Monty, hast du die Infrastructure, hast du Groceries, hast du Restaurants, hast du Vibes, hast du Shield.
Yeah, but they build
hast du alle.
quickly.
I think
They don't build it. Sie haben genommen successful. Sie haben Plätze. Lakewood ist gebot kann nahe killen. Lakewood ist immer Platz, wo es sein gewähnt Leben litt. Verstehst du, ich sehe umgekommen dort. Monty ist
Das ist gebot von Scratch, kann bilden.
Monty ist Pushet.
Yeah, but 30 years ago,
Monty hat gewachsen. Für Monty springt fertig. Monty Irman, Panama, Pomona, Futter auf. Das ist keine nahe Location. Du in England, bist limited von Land, du hast limited.
Ich meine, the main difference is, als in Amerika, wenn der relocate an einen Platz oder öffnest an einer Kille, hast du gleich ein paar 100 Menschen, wo sind interested zu gehen. Und du in London hast du
and you're right, and it's not even that.
In die Weise, die struggle in Amerika, ich mach den ganzen Move Expo, dort jetzt eine von der Organized dort, da wohnt eine neue Gegend in Florida und das. Das heißt strugglen. Keiner sieht nicht raus, ganz eine neue Platz. Vielleicht bei Inzu, Canvey in Westcliff, ja. Canvey schnappen running bis 10 Uhr, 11 Uhr, 150 families. Das meint, 12 Menschen a Jahr. Westcliff hat 80 families, 10 Menschen a Jahr, so wächst nicht. Jetzt sind wir kind of stuck, du zu kaufen nach Tottenham House, was ist 100 square meter von 1.1 billion. Und du kannst bekommen von dem a massive house in America.
Yeah.
Again?
Das ist in the Gulas.
Gutes, oder
Finished
commitment,
Pushet,
oder...
it's I tap into that feeling very much.
Jede moet fuß da weg, jede
Ja.
moet fuhr da weg. Und ich habe allein die Ether und gaan wir anzuwacken zu der ein Architekt, der sagt, sie wohnen, der B-Type was. Jede Englisch hast du da rein. Was ich weiß, kein Architekt bei so schießen. Was kommt der, it's back in der Loch.
Cubicle Batira's house.
No, but man darf arbeiten auf etwas tauschen. Man kann es tauschen. You need the right development, the right piece of land. Take what is Monty? 4x4 square miles?
Monty is massive.
No, but what is it? The erich?
Weiß ich kann nicht location.
I think it's 4x4 square miles.
Ach, aber 25 zurück, und ich gewohnt in Monty, ich habe gewohnt dort, und ich bin gewählt, was ist der hottest area in der Gegend. Ja, ich hatte rechts, links, front und back, alles kein Goems. Ich gewohnt, ich hatte von meinem Kind, ich hatte 5 Bilder, was muss ich sagen, sehr klein, man, was ich sehr pittig, ich hatte Frank's Bakery mit der kleinen Racken Kosher, es kann sehr traditional. Also, so gewachsen, was hast Fleisch? Du Land, wie viel hast du Stanford Families? 7.500 Families. Das ist pitsy. In der Community ist echt klein. Schuldig nur kann bekommen 1.000 votes. Think about it.
Ja, komm mal 2000.
Also, ich habe gestruggelt,
ich muss
jetzt
da mal
in the
rüberbringen.
beginning, ich habe gestruggelt, wenn ich bin gekommen wohnen, du, from Hendon is also more of a green
Right.
area, bit of more Chuvasadas over there, you know what I mean? It wasn't
Yeah.
an easy thing. The Rebbe told me, he said, for the chinuch of the kids, I'm better off to be here, and I went with it. And I should help water, but it's you could almost say it's a sacrifice for an American needs. Yeah.
Das ist nicht so jeder Platz, mit dem tun kann. Man ist unhappy. Wenn man ist to be happy, ist unhappy. Wenn Menschen nicht happy, sind happy, man sie auch nicht.
Yeah, no, but someone who likes the good things in life, you know what I mean?
Ich sogar ganz satt verschuldet. Ich lass mich aufpitzen, wie lange ich bin du, gar kein Join. Aber wenn ich gehe, kann ich just nach Tugfahrt. One day ist der hier, ich bin nicht du. Ich bin ein Monzi.
Nah, don't do it to us.
Die dann treten Ari hat umgesetzt.
Wer? Man redet schon jetzt, das ist fein. Ich kenne das schon, das mal. But no, I wouldn't do it for you. Shloime, I wouldn't let you down. We wouldn't let down London.
Ich kann sagen, so du hast größere Chance, als 10 willen ja, 10 willen nicht, within the next 5, 10 years geht ein Davon umpitzen. Du,
That's the wegen was wegen.
Green Party mit der
ich
alle.
weiß, we don't know, was
du
der
meinst,
Eibestadt im Plan
Yeah,
finds.
yeah, Amos.
Gaat hier maar, als ik ben aan de kinderen, ze doen ik bij alle schiel, doe ik Pinterest. Weißt, in Biala was Medrisch hat, es du a Stein. Du gehst kicken, hat Biala der gehst nach rankritzen, also wie der Mutter mit dem Duschen in Europe.
Alle die.
Hat reingeschrieben, like, neben der Dai von Biala der Rebbe, bei Leiber Schlesinger, die Bilder, gehst daran, mit der linke Seite einfach so ein Stein da reingekritzt. Ich halte gewiss, dass ein Juden später mit zurück mit treffen, der Stein mit so kratzt, wow, es steht Leiber Schlesinger, Tufreich Peiser. Du gehst Pinter, du gehst Grossi Ramon.
I think it should be different. Should be Be'ezer Hashem Mashiach will come, yeah.
Ah, that's what I like.
London will become a part of Eretz Yisrael.
Yeah.
So
Kol iem shel bayom
and then it'll make things more simple.
London is great, London is fine. Don't get blam, kein ganz weg von du, das ist recht ganz gewinnen mit Singulas. Es gibt aus
The
China
house
Series.
anti-Semitism is of a level that it's
Ich halte an nicht. Ich halte es Media Propaganda. That's my opinion.
Look, facts, und zum gerade Zule Event, und zum gerade Stabbing Event in Gold Green, ja.
Was mehr aufgeblüht, weil die Media ist aufgekommen, wegen dem es geschehen. Weil die Media war gerade nach schwach von der ganzen Zule-Sache.
This is the point. The
No, but
point is
I just like to argue with Jody, that's all.
There's definitely hate. The way it's going is not looking good. But it can sich tauschen. Es kann auch mal sagen, suddenly peace and da rankommen neue government, social media sich beruhigen. Can happen. At the moment it's not looking, the way it's going, not looking good.
The kids, so Hashem needs our tefillas. We have to daven for
Ja.
the Shloime Gertner to.
Sie müssen einfach krachen zu Politics, oder?
Yeah. No, gerade politics is a nice topic. It's just not so musical.
Exactly, yeah.
It's just
So let's go. Let's jump back into the musical part. Take me back to some of your biggest events that you've done, and the biggest challenges
I'll
involved.
tell you, a big event, I would say something like 6 years ago, MetLife, Siyama Shas. It's something that, if you told me to put something on my resume, that event, to sing for 100,000 Jiden who just finished learning Shas. and to sing Ani Mamin. Oh, Yani. It's the song, the Melchoma song, the Ani Mamin song, is just, it melts your heart. I remember it was a freezing day, but it was, Mogazing and Dot, there was a whole bunch of, a lot of singing going on. That was something special. And
how do you feel when you get the phone call to sing at such an event?
so Gershi Moskowitz calls me up and he says, Shloime, your name has come up for the Siyam Hashas. Pencil in the date. And as we were getting closer, they were preparing. It was. He tells me, you're confirmed, and it was phenomenal. It was. He's very much involved in the planning over there and everything, and it was. I couldn't believe it. To hold a mic in a stadium like this and just sing and mehedich and it's such a heilige event, as well. It's very special.
Told for the event, or this is pro bono?
I'm nosy Mendy Shauli.
Ich will
gesagt, boom.
I forget Lamasa, because you would think it's such a prestige thing that I should pay them.
Potentially.
Yeah.
It's
So
branding, it's market. I don't know, guys.
Believe it or not, we get paid for it.
Nej, ich habe eine Company, was kommt exhibiten bei mich. Und ich kann mir sagen, als die bringst ein Brand wie mich,
Yeah.
is normal wenn eine Marketing Company will auflegen sein Namen, dann sagen, als Janke Bucher gemacht Advert, beter ga 50% discount, wegen der Geist, was für muss ich nicht da Company. Ich wie groß die bist, ich muss sagen, größer.
Nein, du redest von einer Show-off.
Hat mir gesagt, dass ich halte, dass mir geben a discount for the stand, wegen als ich käme, geht es encouragen noch Menschen. Ich kann show off, so macht sense.
Okay,
It makes a bit of sense. Ich käme, geht es encouragen andere Menschen. So, are you using me as a marketing tool? So this is Charlotte. So sorry, I'm recircling my words.
I hear what you're saying.
Snobby, verstehst?
No, but your question is, I hear where you're coming from, but
So nicht we're giving you the opportunity to think at the same time, do you want to do it?
yeah, it's not like that. No.
And
But
being on stage in front of, I don't know, tens of thousands or 100,000 people. Wie viel fit around now in the studio stadium?
In the stadium there, I think there was about 100,000.
Singing in front of them, Ani Mamin will go through.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. You can't describe
Man
it.
darf noch halt focussen auf halten the tone correct, oder ist es die emotion and dort, oder?
You sing sharp and flat, it's the emotions take over.
Yeah.
That depends how good you hear yourself in the in-ears. That's what it's all about. When you're singing on stage, it's all about how comfortable and how natural is the sound. If I sing to you now, I could hear myself, so I'll sing in pitch. If you've got all the instruments and you're in front of the drums and you've got the snares, it's not easy.
Ja, aber ich kann sagen, wenn es kommt hier singen bei Gassen oder whatever, du machst das jede zweite Nacht, so kommt sie machen ein Rehearsal. Ja, aber say them, guys singen denigen, nach mic check, sound check, fine, okay, no problem. When you're going to a whole new
So you have to simplify it for yourself. You have to tell yourself, Be'etzem, this is the song. Imagine you singing it by a chasana. You sing it in a stadium, and you hope for the best.
Es kommt auch ein frisches Album mit schon, der Woche.
Ja.
And I think ich weiß nicht, man kann schon linken in the description, but dann sind die noch mit, du kommst zurück und dann links in the description to listen to the album mit Hashem.
Be'ezer Hashem.
And I definitely look very much forward to listening to it. And what's your message? Do I message wir suchen von Oilem? Gibst du auch ein Album? What is one message you want to give over? Was wolltest du gesagt?
Hey, die gab's auf my
Ich nehme
question.
weg Ari's question. Sorry, Ari, die Frage.
Na, gashan. Go.
No, go back.
So gab ich also, Mensch, als 30-second message kann sagen von Mensch jetzt. Kann ich jetzt 30 seconds kann sagen von Mensch jetzt. For anyone wants to hear, what's the message for the Mensch?
That you come.
That's your camera. We can take time to
I
think.
tell you, Baruch Hashem, being in the music industry is very time consuming. Because you don't have consistency timing. Here you're traveling. Here you're waking up after a 3-hour nap, sleep. Here you wake up after 5 hours. Like you always, getting home later from a wedding or from a simcha or traveling and everything. So there isn't the consistency of having a Seder Hayom. So it affects many things. It affects mainly my learning, chavrisus. So I feel very often there's a certain guilt. Like I'm in the middle of I've got a side of my learning of the Gemuras and the Chavrises, this Masechta, and different topics. So there's a certain guilt that I feel that I should be learning more. So I feel if I could give a message to people to enjoy the consistency in life and to utilize the beautiful quality that Hashem has given, which is time, the most precious thing, to do more chesed, to help one another, to learn Torah, because it says Talmud Torah is even greater than Atzulas Nefushes. Could you imagine a comment like that? I recently learned it. I said, well, it's mind-boggling. Talmud Torah is greater than saving a person's life. It's like, but it makes sense because that's what the world was created for. So the message is really to utilize the time to be happy and to thank Hashem for every moment that we have in feeling good. I always say by the time you brush your teeth in the morning, that you could get out of bed, go to the sink, brush your teeth. It's a blessing. We just got to thank Hashem for that. And to walk around and say, Hoidil Hashem ki tov ki lo olam chazdoi, for every step in our beautiful world.
Amazing. Beautiful, Shloime. Shloime, it's a pleasure having you here. And I can't wait for the season tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
Let's dance, let's vibe, let's be emotional, let's enjoy the season.
I'm happy that you're looking forward to the project because you've got that excitement from 2007, the Nissim album.
Yeah.
And for me, it's such a good feeling to be able to tap into that window, because at the time I didn't chap the success. You only see it afterwards. Yeah, you don't, because what did I do then different to what I'm doing now? But we realize as you get older that every success a person has, it's not yours. It's a matuna min hashamayim.
Jetzt gehen wir sitzen in 20 Jahren. Der Baden mit einem Wasser Boot, der Pschom mit Wasser Boot, die schon so suchen. So weiß ich gemeint, der muss aber Nissim against success. Der hat against something.
No, you're telling me that Yossi Green, one of the most legendary composers we've had in our generation. Maar du hast 16 again. Du hast Soli Green gemacht. Du hast Lipes involved. Du hast Heshi Weinberg involved.
Can't get better.
So hopefully in 2046 we'll look back at this meeting and say in 2026 when the album came out, Adeyad, what a success album. And Be'ezer Hashem will have a whole bunch of projects till then, Be'ezer Hashem.
I'm very excited for it, but I just want to mention the politics will ich da sagen auf a größten Schkoich für alle sind rausgekommen in London letzte Woche local elections for council is a größten Schkoich für alle sind kommen voten. We really appreciate it and mit Hashem da will helfen uns erkennen dass mal alles an der Tafket oder staff zusammen and see you mit Hashem at the next episode.
Let's deliver also as promised, okay?
Let's finish off with one niggun of the album.
No.
Okay.
Oi, sage sind in stark. Sage sind in stark. Kim verbringen scheint zusammen. Sage sind in stark. Sage sind in stark. Every year can be that spark. Light the fire, lift him higher. Sage sind in stark.
Nice. A passing zum sein now and there.
Ja.
And das ist mit Lipa, ja?
With Lipa and then the English is on my own, yeah.
Nice. Very
beautiful.
We're looking forward.